Hey, Houston fans, I am so happy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Green hanging in it, happened to score the ball, and there was a foul.
Hey, bring that mindset today, man. Don't take no plays off.
Away by Green, Rockets have numbers ahead to Jabari, who punches it down.
I just stand on business, so if it's smoke in the air, I'ma blow it.
We don't do, 1, 2.
Texas!
I would like to start this show off with all glory be to God. This show wouldn't be possible. My health wouldn't be possible. Nothing is possible without the glory of God. But H-Town, what it do? H-Town, what it do? On today's show, C.J. Stroud had a QBR of 27.7, a completion percentage of 36.7, and he passed for under 200 yards last night versus the Jets.
Watch your mouth.
Also, we're going to discuss, is it a Bobby Slowik problem? Is it an O-line problem? Is it a passing game coordinator problem? Is it a D'Amico Ryans problem? What is going on with the sudden regression this year of the Houston Texans offense?
I've been humbled.
H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go. Welcome back, H-Town, welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes here on Everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB, and like always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that notification bell so you can get the latest flames that your boy drop about your Houston Texans, your Houston Rockets, and your Houston Astros. But on to the topic at hand, baby. On to the topic at hand. The Houston Texans had an embarrassing primetime loss last night against the New York Jets. And what I mean by embarrassing, don't get it twisted. Don't get me wrong. Don't change my words. The New York Jets have a talented team, defensively and offensively. Just haven't been able to put it all together. And they are bottom of the barrel team. I don't believe the New York Jets will make the playoffs at all. The Houston Texans were leading their division. They're probably like they had the third best record in the AFC. They look like a powerhouse per their record. But all this year, this offense have struggled mightily. So I will say it's just like a pimple coming to a head. The Texans O-line has struggled over and over and over and over and over again. And it hasn't got any better. They're the second highest paid offensive line total in total guaranteed money in the NFL. You have a first round pick in Titus Howard. You have a first round tackle in Laramie Tunsil. You have a $11 million, $12 million a year right guard in Shaq Mason. You have a second round pick invested in Juice Shrugs. You have a first round 15th overall, the top half of the draft in Kenyon Green. I don't know where to begin. C.J. Stroud is on pace to be sacked at least 55 times this year. He was sacked 8 times in last night's game, hurried another number of times, hit a number of times. C.J. Stroud was limping all over the field. He had a rough go of it. He had a completion percentage of 36.7 and a QBR of 27.7, man. C.J. Stroud had a rough go. He passed like 191 yards, under 200 yards. The defense played well in the first half, came back after halftime. Casper the Friendly ghosted. And that's a Halloween reference to yesterday, as well as my shirt. But they disappeared. The defense disappeared. Daniil Hunter, the $48 million guaranteed man, he disappeared. Danico Autry showed up in the first half with 2 sacks. We've been waiting on him to get his sea legs back under him, and he's finally done that. But the second half, they disappeared. Stingley, I don't know what happened to him. Lassiter, I don't know what happened to him. Jalen Petrie just got his lunch money took because he's not a nickel defender. He's more of a box safety or kind of like a linebacker type of guy, small linebacker type of guy. But he's not a nickel corner. He cannot cover wide receivers. They will take his lunch money, especially good slot receivers, every day. So the Houston Texans, I don't know, they continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Even though we had a 2-game lead in the division, we have the tiebreaker against the Indianapolis Colts. We had probably the third best record in the AFC. We were on pace to do some good things and probably get a first round bye if we continue our winning trajectories. But a lot of the games, I didn't feel like we just won the game. I felt like we just did just enough, even though D'Amico Ryans has a great record in crunch time games and seeming to be able to pull them off with CJ Stroud, with Bobby Slowik, with all those guys. Since they've been a tandem, they seem, I believe D'Amico Ryans has won at least 11 of those games. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it seems to be we have been, I guess, kind of winning by the luck of the draw, by a flip of a coin. It hasn't been we went in there, we dominated, like the team that we're about to play next Sunday in the Detroit Lions. They putting 50 pieces up on people. They putting 30 up. They put 31 on the Vikings. They putting 50 pieces and 30 pieces up on good defenses. And the Houston Texans defense seemed to be good one half, and then they Casper the Friendly Ghost the next half. I don't seem to know what's going on. We've been able to get by. Joe Mixon has been the best thing offensively. I mean, he's been everything pretty much offensively. Tank Dell had a decent game, but it was meh. He had a big, long catch that kind of padded his stats, but he hasn't been able to get open, shake anybody, do what he did his rookie season. Nico Collins is still missing. We have Alziz Shire, our starting middle linebacker. He's been MIA. And the tackling machine, you've been okay, my guy. You've been okay, but you can't tackle. You can't seem to wrap a slow motion running Aaron Rodgers up. You come at a wrong angle and let him get a first down. Kahimi Fairbairn couldn't seem to kick a field goal. I don't understand. I do not understand what is going on with this team. Why the sudden regression? Why they look like they do not know what's going on out there? Why it seemed like the lights are too bright for these guys when they have the pieces? I know we down. I know we shorthanded. But God, man, you guys the Jets couldn't hand you the game no better. They gift wrapped it for Christmas for you. They brought it in a salsa dish for Thanksgiving for you. And you guys still couldn't seem to capitalize, on this W. You end up losing the game 21-13 to a team that I believe you 10 times better than. I don't care how much talent that they have. You better coached, and you also have the talent and the leaders around you to be able to be successful in a game like this. Last year we lost. We had a lot of injuries. I don't like that field. I believe that field is bad luck. It's Friday the 13th type stuff, even though I don't believe in luck. But I believe it's not a good place to play. That field gets a lot of people hurt, seem like, when the Texans go out there. But like I said, getting to the point, man, the sudden regression with this offense is disappointing, man. The only reason why we look like a semi-decent offense is because the emergence of Joe Mixon. I believe 5 straight 100-yard games, a feature that no one has done since Aaron Foster, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's looking like he's been rebirthed. He's looking like a new guy. He looked better than he did in recent years when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I don't know, man. This is my post-game reaction. I sat back. I was able to analyze, think about it, sleep on it, come to you guys, tell you guys how I felt about the situation. You guys let me know in the comments. You can just say, go Texans, man. You can let me know what you think about this O-line. You can let me know if you think it's Bobby Slowik. You can let me know if you think we maybe need to go to a different offensive coordinator, let somebody else call plays for a little bit. I don't know. I know Bobby Slowik is a very intelligent guy, and I don't want to be the guy that gets down because of one game. But this has been more than one game. It's not one game. It's the Vikings game. It's the Packers game. It's multiple games with good teams that you would have to beat to get in the playoffs and get to the AFC Championship and get to a Super Bowl. You just can't limp in beating the bottom of the barrel teams. The only team that you beat this year, really, that I believe that is a decent team and will be a playoff team is the Buffalo Bills. Everybody else, the Colts, meh. The Jaguars, meh. The Bears, pretty good team. You caught them at a good time because they had a rookie quarterback. But for the most part, we limped and limped and limped offensively. The defense has been playing out of their mind, but they can't hold it forever. So I just believe, man, Bobby Slowik has to simplify this offense. I mean, he's making it too hard. What happened to the C.J. Stroud of last year, getting the ball out? I think he had a 23-5 or 22-5 touchdown interception ratio, and now he's right now 11-4. Like, I mean, and we have a ton more games to play, and the brunt of the schedule is still to come, yet to come. So we have Kansas City left. We have Baltimore left. We have Detroit Lions left. We have the Cowgirls left. We have a lot of teams left on this schedule who can backbreak us and who can stop us from getting to the ultimate goal, and that's a Super Bowl. But right now, guys, you guys tell me what you think, because I don't have any more. I don't know. I've been screaming this from the rooftops. Bobby Slowik must simplify it. Kendrick, oh my God, man. Kendrick Green, he looked better than Kenyon Green, but then he gave up just as many pressures and a sack as well as Kenyon Green. So Kendrick and Kenyon in the left guard position is I don't know. Maybe they need to trade for somebody. Maybe they need to pull somebody off the streets that's a veteran, a savvy veteran that could just hold the fort down and not allow that much pressure on C.J. Stroud. Shaq Mason has been struggling as well, but he can look he can look formidable. He can pass. He can do what he needs to do as a decent offensive lineman. Laramie Tunsil lost on the end over there. Titus Howard. These dudes are getting punished, man, and I just don't know what to do. D'Amico Ryans and Bobby Slowik seems to keep sticking to their guns about this O-line because they invested so much money and they're trying to prove to be right, but this O-line is soft as tissue. I don't like to talk about anybody because these guys play the game. They're NFL players. They train day in and day out. They study the game. I'm not an NFL player, but I am a fan, and I do have a opinion, and I can clearly see with these two eyes God has blessed me with to see, and thank you, Father. But they do not look like a half-decent offensive line, man. So the Houston Texans must get it together. Bobby Slowik, you got to get it together. D'Amico Ryans, you're going to have to pull a trump card and fix this O-line, fix this offense. Tell these guys what they need to do. Nick Caserio, you two, find somebody at left guard. Find somebody at left guard. Like, dude, I'm looking up here because I'm looking at the upper press box type guy. I mean, you know, the upper management people. Nick Caserio, find somebody. But H-Town, I'm your Dreadhead host, Hot Topic TV. It's been real chopping it up with you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Like I said, hit that notification bell. All glory be to God and peace.
Texas!
Put some respect on our name.